Yo guys, it's your boy Ryan. Just got done watching the Twitch stream that was done by EA Sports just now, specifically talking about MUT 21 and really everything to expect. A lot of stuff was just thrown at us, a lot. So let's jump right into it here. I got the Gridiron notes up on their website here, and I'm kind of just gonna go through it all. First thing here, ability caps. Last year, Madden 20, you could have 3 players per side of the ball that you could put abilities on. So you could put X amount of passive abilities and the X factor on that player. So it's pretty similar. It's a little bit different though. So this year, abilities they're worth points. Depending on what the ability is, it might be worth X amount of points. So, you might find yourself with having 4 players on defense with an ability, or just 3 players or 2 players, whatever. So, different players have different abilities. All right, so here you see the team lineup, and in that team lineup, you see any player that has an ability attached to him. It's got a little thing to the left of it right here. So, Bobby Wagner has 2 ability points being used. Aaron Donald over here has 3 of them. It's also listed here. So, you see Aaron Donald 3 AP, Bobby Wagner 2 AP, 5 out of 10 AP being used for the defense. Also, a couple different things that you see in this lineup that were later discussed, and I'll go over momentarily, is Aeneas Williams here is one of the captains this year, right? But then also you see Sam Mills, the linebacker here. He is our Muttmaster this year. The gentleman that created the mantra "Keep Pounding" for the Carolina Panthers is this year's Muttmaster. So definitely a pretty good choice. A couple days ago, they said that they considered someone like Alex Smith, but ultimately went with Sam Mills. So another linebacker. Another linebacker that's going to be someone that's probably in your lineup the whole year, I would imagine. So kind of filling that spot that a lot of people had Ryan Shazier occupying last year in Madden 20. So you can pick and choose how whether or not you just want to use just passives and without having to use an X factor. Last year in Madden 20, you found yourself just filling up all the abilities possible because you can only have 3 players. Now, certain passive abilities, you might just want to use 1. So this one, Speedster, is only, it's worth 2 AP, so you probably just want to use, that instead of using 3 AP. And you can really be a little bit more strategic in the abilities that you want to use. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. So that's really pretty much it when it comes to abilities. You see the way that it works is you get tier 1 ability slot, tier 2 ability slot, 3. As you go on and higher overall, as you get more ability slots, so 80, 85, 90, 98, and 99. So moving on though, new item layout, right? Everybody heard about the card art and how bad it was, and how it didn't really make sense that half of the card art was taken up with just this negative space. There was the first image of it was was for rookie premieres, the first time we saw a preview of Madden 21's card art. So here's a comparison of Madden 20, Madden 21 unfocused, as they're calling it, and Madden 21 focused. So they're saying when the item is not being highlighted or selected, it will look like this, where 78% of the player art is exposed. When you are hovering on it, you are highlighting it, you are selecting it, 55% of the space is dedicated to the player art. And inside of the remaining 45%, you will see team chemistries, overalls, abilities, physical chems, things like that. Down in the bottom here, no matter what, you'll see what kind of player it is. So whether it's an LTD, if it is power up eligible, it's an NAT, things like that. So that is how the player art was explained. stating that, instead of having badges and stuff like that cover up player art, it will now be in a whole dedicated space. You'll no longer have this little bottom part taken up as well. It is all just consolidated to the right side of the screen, or the right side of the card, depending on whether or not it is highlighted or not. When it's explained, I'm a little less bitter about it. It makes a little bit more sense, especially as the year goes on and these players are a little bit more juiced. There's a little bit more attached to them, things like that. I can get down with that. It is what it is. It's not going to deter me from playing the game. So that was explained. That's cool. Here's another example of that. So when it's highlighted, everything's expanded. When it's not, it's pretty consolidated. It's off to the side here. Looks a little bit more like a regular, sports card. However, you do see some of these other cards have some graphics attached to them. It's got, some translucency to it, so it's not just this blocky card art. So, looks fine. Looks fine to me. Now, here are some of the programs that are going to be available from the start. This is probably going to be the first program that you're going to do from the jump when it comes to hopping into solos, rivals it's called. You got yourself a series of solos to complete. When you do complete those solos, you will end up with a couple of 85 overall players to choose from. So you have an 85 overall Ben Roethlisberger, Zach Ertz, and Jalen Smith. As you continue, though, you will reach your ability to get a team captain. To choose from, you have Eddie George, you have Leroy Glover, you have Ed McCaffrey, and you have Aeneas Williams. Just like last year, if you pick one and then he doesn't really fit on your squad anymore, you can do an exchange set. The cool thing is with team captains this year, you have the ability to put whatever team's chemistry you want on it. So this year, if your team captain was Ryan Shazier, he only played for the Steelers. That was the only chem that you could put on him, and only team chem at least. So this year, as you see here with Aeneas Williams, you could put whatever team chemistry you want on him. So, if you're running an Eagles theme team like I probably will this year, boom, my team captain could have Eagles chemistry on it. Moving on, NFL Epics is the other program that was talked about. This year, NFL Epics, Baker Mayfield, and Deacon Jones were the players that you can earn. This year, you're looking at an 85 overall Larry Fitzgerald, 85 overall Adrian Peterson, Ronnie Lott, and Jack Youngblood. So, you knock out all these solos, you grind them out, you get those players. Pretty cool stuff. All right, so that brings us to Muttmaster. And with Muttmaster, Sam Mills. Sam Mills, it starts off as, I think, it's 75 overall. Let's click here. Yep, 75 overall. 75 overall, you get him, you complete the main objectives, and you can get him up to a 93 utilizing the main objectives. However, there will be side objectives and other stuff to get him up to that 99, overall player as the year progresses. As you see here, you complete the activities. Some of them are team-based, some of them are individual-based, utilizing Sam Mills himself. Level Master is next, what they talked about, and as you see, we do have Andre Johnson. He was a player that was not in the game last year, a player that a lot of people, including myself, would have liked to have seen. So pretty cool to see him back in the game. Last year was Torrey Holt, so this year you have yourself Andre Johnson. He's not going to be a burner, but he will be, I'm sure, pretty good to have. Next, Team Builders and Team Diamonds. So, this is like Theme Builders and Theme Diamonds. This year, they're using more of a moniker centered around teams. As you see here, the Diamond Master, Barry Sanders, they kind of, they tried to be a little bit more veiled as to who it was going to be, and then they released Gridiron Notes, and boom, that's who it is. So they kind of blundered that one. So that's going to be cool to see Barry back in the game. As you take a look here at some of the Team Diamond players here, you see, You see Takeo Spikes, which for me as an Eagles fan is going to be nice to have on a theme team. Bob Sanders is going to be nice to see back in the game. Troy Vincent as an Eagles fan, great to see. And also for Eagles, dude, I'm so excited for this Asante Samuel to be back in the game. Asante Samuel, that's really awesome. So I mean, there's a couple nice other players though to see, you know, like a Roddy White, Warwick Dunn, Elvis Dumerville. So, you know, pretty happy about this. I mean, this was a pretty nice program last year. It's good to see again this year. All right, so that brings us to Legends. That was really like one of the last things that they talked about. You know, this year they said that it was going to be 2 players per week rather than 3 last year. With these 2 players, though, there will be a limited time boss version. With boss versions, they will match the ratings of a fully powered up version of that player. So it really cuts out the middleman, saves you the work that you have to put in trying to power up some of these players. That's really cool. They did say, however, if like an Ultimate Legends version of that player comes out, you would not be able to just accelerate him to the highest point of that player. It's literally whenever that player comes out, that's it. There's no progressing from there. So that was pretty cool to see. After that, you know, they talked about console transition. You know, if you have a PS4 and you get the PS5, it's all simultaneous. It's all seamless transition. You can even play on your PS5, go play on your PS4. The progress, you know, still there. So, you know, that's pretty cool to see. You're going to want to do rivals right away. You're going to want to go grab your Ben Roethlisberger, Zach Ertz, or your Jalen Smith. When taking a look at the players, you know, I pre-ordered the game that's going to come with the Lamar Jackson. So a Ben Roethlisberger is not going to be someone I pick. Zach Ertz, probably not going to be someone I pick either. You're looking at an 80 speed, 87 catch, 82 catch in traffic, 86 spec. So not bad, but Zach Ertz cards I usually don't really like. So Jalen Smith is probably someone that I would pick. And he's an 83 speed, 86 acceleration, 82 tackle, 69 block shed, but in a 78 zone. So, and then as far as the team captains go, you know, you're looking at the Eddie George, the Aeneas Williams, Ed McCaffrey, and Leroy Glover. There's probably going to be a lot of running backs out there, so I probably wouldn't go with an Eddie George unless he's just OP. Leroy Glover, maybe at the beginning, and then you exchange him somewhere else, maybe. But then you look at someone like an Ed McCaffrey and an Aeneas Williams playing 2 positions that require a lot of depth, so I can see that making a lot of sense. Then you're looking at the NFL Epic players, Larry Fitzgerald, Adrian Peterson, Ronnie Lott, Jack Youngblood. You know, Larry's going to be Larry. He's going to be like a possession player. Possession, you know, receiver. Adrian Peterson, 86 speed, 85 excel, 80 carry, 82 block, break tackle, 84 truck. You know, it's not going to be a bad running back if you don't have one. Ronnie Lott, free safety, 85 speed, 82 zone, 81 pursuit. Hopefully pursuit's a lot better this year. 83 power. So, you know, I didn't see what Jack Youngblood looked like. I don't know if they shared that. Exciting. And then the only other news that they really discussed was the fact that solo battles will continue. That will still be a thing. Mutt dedication, still a thing. So your weekly missions, daily missions, things like that. And, yeah, I mean, that's really it. That's all I got for you guys. It was a lot. Very excited. They did say that the EA player, the EA Access, whatever they're calling it, will be on the 21st, even though word has gone out that it probably will be some more like the 20th. So, you know, we'll wait and see about that. Only other thing they said is that probably tonight, maybe, Mutthead will release its database and we can really get a better idea of what players to really go after to start this game. So that's all I got for you guys. Stream was, you know, about an hour and 20 minutes, something like that, packed full of information. Trying to really condense it into this video. Not great, but, you know, I don't want to keep you guys here all day. So gave you the bullet points. I'm out.